Hey guys, by this point we've already reviewed a couple of soundbars, monitors that include good and not so good speakers, some standalone desk speakers, but have never tested a soundbar that can easily fit on my desk. Well, Katana version 2 changes that. It is Creative's second generation of an already well-received soundbar. In this video we'll go over the changes from the original and give you a rundown on how it performs. And let me tell you, this soundbar has a kick to it. Let me run through some changes introduced in version 2 if compared to the original Katana that was released back in 2016. First and probably the most notable, Creative states that the version 2 now comes with 68% more power output while keeping audio clean and accurate even at high volumes. I can certainly attest to that. And something important to note, most people don't actually need louder speakers, but having more power is generally better. This is because speakers normally perform at their peak performance at lower volumes, so having more headroom can be advantageous.
Hey, I got a confession. Been losing all momentum. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives. Just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life.
An added benefit is having much louder speakers for those days when you want to invite some friends over for a party. We actually set it up as a replacement of our standard soundbar and found it had enough power to fill the room while looking ridiculously small next to our 77-inch TV. In this particular case, looks are very deceiving. It packs a great punch, especially while listening to music. I did find it a little too heavy on the bass in movies, so we actually turned down the sub to around -7 dB. It is nice to have dedicated buttons for this on the remote. In fact, I really like the remote. It covers all the features as well as separate buttons for the inputs, making it easy to change. To top all of this off, there are 6 preset buttons you can configure through the app. Another change is the upgrade to the connectivity options. The new unit now features Bluetooth 5.0, HDMI ARC and updated USB-C connection. Just like the new large soundbar, Katana version 2 now features SXFI out for the wireless headphone range by Creative. This comes in very handy when you're watching a movie late into the night or playing games and don't want to disturb your household or your neighbors. With all of these ports, it would be perfectly reasonable to connect TV, PC and console all at the same time, as well as Bluetooth when you just want to stream some music. By the way, if you're new to this channel and you like our content, do consider subscribing. The last significant change is redesign of the bar itself. The shape is now more rectangular and the screen is now at the front rather than the top. While I prefer it at the front, it can be a little distracting as it is really reflective. While moving my head around, it has already freaked me out a few times as you see something moving in the corner of your eye. I do like that they've kept the RGB lighting though. It adds to the experience and is very simple to turn off if not needed. In terms of sound, it produces really good results, especially while used on desk as you sit right next to the speakers, so there's absolutely no need to play them loud. If you place the soundbar in front of the monitor, this creates a sound bubble due to the top firing speaker angle as they're pointing slightly backwards. It makes sound reflect and feel like it's coming straight from the screen. As mentioned earlier, we tested it out as our main TV soundbar and had some interesting conclusions. It was loud and was absent of any distortion. Katana version 2 features some pre-configured sound modes such as movies, music and gaming. I personally prefer things more natural, so for daily usage kept the effects off, but I'm sure there's some people that would prefer them enabled. The thing that surprised me was the quality of the frontal aux out. It had no problem driving my Sennheiser HD58X headphones and they sound just great. The only drawback is connection placement. It's almost in the middle of the soundbar, making it a nightmare to manage the cable. It always seems to end up right on the keyboard. I wish they placed a 3.5mm jack somewhere on the side. When plugging in the soundbar to the PC via USB, you'll also utilize the included microphone. This right here is a quick test recording of how it sounds like. It was only sound normalized to fit in with the video. If you use Zoom or another system, then it will likely sound even better due to software noise reduction. I feel it will do well in a pinch, but don't expect to record podcasts with it. I actually have some suggestions for version 3. The main one is the length of power supply and subwoofer cables. Just like many people now, I use standing desk for work, which means while the subwoofer is on the floor, I have very limited amount of slack to hide the cables. An extra 50 centimeters would have been really appreciated. The other thing is silly but needs to be raised. There are no batteries included for the remote. Other than that, I'm a big fan of this soundbar. It looks nice and sounds great. It certainly has a great amount of ports and has a significant kick to it. The version 2 is not just gaming sound blaster. It may as well be a great option for people who need a TV soundbar but maybe cannot spend too much money for the full size one. If you want to check it out further, there is a link in the description below. I hope you found this useful. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up and subscribe for more. We'll see you guys in the next one.